Well, hello, my YouTube friends. So today I went ahead and put the motorcycle in the wheel stand so that it's at least held vertical and not angling down on this side. So I installed the new O-ring, and it just sits on there on a little shelf. There's no groove for it here. It's the perfect size. I cleaned off all the mounting surfaces. I wiped all the grime off it. Okay, here's the repaired shifter lever. Okay, that's solid. I cleaned off this mounting pad right here. This right here does not protrude through the inner primary. Okay, and we'll take a look at that right now. Hold on. Okay, so we're up here on the little workbench. These are the bolts that will fasten the inner primary to the engine and transmission. These two are on the outside of the case. These are all on the inside. The lock washers are all identical, but the two tabs have to face out, and when you install it, you'll find there's a certain location for the big tab. That's after the inner primary is on the bike. There's a single opening right here for a stud. There's plenty of room right here for that shaft on the starter that I showed you. And over here is the little shelf, kind of matching shelf area for that blue O-ring. One last look at the plug that seals up that hole right there in the inner primary and the matching bolt. There is a washer. As I cleaned it more, I noticed there is a washer. I'm guessing I put Loctite on that years ago. Okay. So I'm not going to disturb it now. All right, I'm going to slap this on the bike. I'm going to oil these up real good, slap it on, and then we'll take another look at it. All right, hold on. Okay, so that was actually super easy, super painless. That seal, it went right over the bushing that's on this shaft. It slid on so easy. You can see I protected it from this splines here. Nothing's protruding here yet. I snugged everything up. You can see, right? So you want to get all your bolts started before you start tightening them. Now I noticed that all these bolts went in nice and finger tight. The bolts for the starter, I used this Allen wrench to get them snugged in, or started. But these three right here, they're not they're not finger tight. So what they're not finger tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to put some of this ARP Teflon thread sealer on them. That way the metals won't gall, and I'm not worried about them loosening because of those lock tabs. Let me get everything snugged up and I'll be right back. All right, if we're doing it right, or if you want to do it right, here's the torque values. You can see everything is, little. The chain tensioner shoe, 21 pound-feet. The little retainer spring bolts, it's in inch-pounds. The clutch hub nuts, 70 foot-pounds. The compensating sprocket, 150. Those are the big ones. Everything else is in inch-pounds. I mean, how tight you're gonna turn a little 3/8 bolt into the aluminum, right? So, but there they are if you want them. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we're out in the garage again. Got my torque wrench out. It's a Craftsman. Apparently, it's made in USA. That tells you how long I've owned it. And if you look closely, I have it set at 15 pounds instead of the 17 to 21, because I always get nervous. I always feel like it's going to strip. Even at 15 pounds, I just, especially when going into aluminum, and I don't want to have to pull the bolt and put a Healy coil in it. And see, I'm not even clicking it at 15 pounds. So I don't know how many pounds I got on that one. so I'm going to call that good, though. It's how I did it before without using a torque wrench. These two that are outside, I can check those at any time, snug them up. These ones that are inside, they have a lock tab that's going to prevent them from unscrewing. So I'm good with that. The alternator magnet assembly, caution, no sharp blows. It'll slide on by itself, hopefully without pinching my fingers. Once it lines up, let me get the hammer, pound that baby on. And I want to get this, yeah, no sharp blows. Okay. Hopefully that didn't jar any of the magnets loose. When I pulled it, I just got 2 nails and put them in there and held onto the nail and just pulled it out. Okay, I wanted to get that in place before I started pounding on these tabs in case I accidentally hit the stator. Okay, let me bend all the lock tabs. Hold on. All right, couple things real quick before I end this video. One is, yes, I store my torque wrench set at 0, which you can't really tell, to relieve any long-term pressure on that spring or whatever kind of spring it has inside there. Now the second thing, you'll notice, like for example, I only bent 1 lock tab out of the 2. Okay, now each one that I bent, like I cannot get a fingernail under there. And I'm happy with that, even though previously both were bent, because what it's preventing is vibration, allowing it to turn this way. And if the only force it has is vibration, it's not going to bend that tab. I mean, it's torqued in there, a little bit light, but I'm happy with that. Of course, you guys got to work on your bike the best way that you see fit, but that's how I set mine up this time. Okay, we'll go inside for the verse of the day. Hold on. And for the verse of the day, we'll go to the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Which is a form of revenge, I guess. I don't know. All right, my friends, you have a good day.